What a perfect video to have a new background. Do you hate moving? Because I really do. I can't stand a single part of it, but it's been brought to my attention that some of you actually enjoy the process. You're all nuts. Welcome back. If I had to choose between moving or dragging my genitalia a mile through broken glass while simultaneously being kicked in the throat by a horse, well, I would move. I'm not crazy, but I would consider the whole horse, glass, dragging balls thing. Which says something. I frickin' hate it. I hate it. Did I mention that I hate it? But whether you love it or hate it, I hate it. Here are 10 things that we all deal with when it's time to move. Number 1 is being unrealistically picky and then getting upset because you can't find anything that meets your requirements. This is that moment when you're looking for a new place and everything has to be all included, under $800 in rent, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a hot tub, and like a cabana boy. Can you put a cabana boy in the listing for a house? And then you have to go through the whole like there has to be enough space thing, which brings me to number 2, when you start looking at all of the things you own and realizing you have entirely too much stuff and you have no idea how you accumulated all of it. See, this happened to us very, very recently when Andrew and I were looking to move out of this house, and we started looking around at other places and realized that we would have to throw out everything that we own to be able to move. We just have too much stuff, like not even important stuff, just too much of it. If we were to throw out everything that we don't use, we would probably have an extra bedroom. But because we don't throw out the things that we don't use, our house looks fully furnished. It looks cluttered. But sometimes you just get really attached to things, like, well, let's just go into number 3. Nostalgia. No, the nostalgia just builds and builds and builds until you have made yourself too sad to leave, because over there is where I threw up on the carpet on my 28th birthday, and over there is where Andrew said that he loved me for the first time on a Tuesday. Even your worst memories are gonna seem just like the best parts of your entire life. Do you remember that time in the corner where the fish tank exploded and the water covered the whole floor and it short-circuited all the lights? Think of the good times. But then the actual process of moving begins, and you have to think back to the last time that you moved and you had to ask for some help and you offered to buy everybody pizza and beer, and the only 2 people that showed up were your mom and someone who didn't get off their phone the entire time. It frickin' sucks. So you spent months and months and months getting yourself ready to move into a brand new house, and then no one is available to help you, and you start questioning whether or not you can lift a couch all by yourself. Oh, and packing. Don't even get me started on packing. You know what? Let's make it number 5. Packing and unpacking. The bane of my existence. I wish that I could just like snap my fingers and make everything in the room vanish and just appear somewhere else. Like that would be great. Could you imagine just like... I really should have seen that coming. I can't even express to you how much I hate packing and unpacking, but let me just say this. If I could, I would just throw everything out and start all over again, but I am broke, so I can't do that. But I would. If I could, I would frickin' do it. I hate packing. I hate it. More than I hate packing, I hate unpacking, but I hate packing. And then the whole moving the stuff thing has to happen, the actual physical act of moving. And you think about hiring a moving team, you know, half because you don't want to do the work, and the other half because maybe you'll get a team of hot, shirtless men to help you. Wait, what? And it's always right around moving time where you start to notice how truly awful your neighbors are, or in my case, about 20 minutes after you moved in the first place. They're horrible. I had to wait for mine to stop shrieking long enough for me to shoot this video. Editing's gonna be a bitch. And then when you get to the whole situation where you start looking at other places, you have to deal with number 8, meeting other landlords. And you have to try to determine whether or not this landlord is going to be better or worse than your current landlord, and you also have to try to determine whether or not they seem like they're going to take advantage of you in the 10 minutes it takes for you to look at the house. Hope you're a good judge of character. Oh, and did I mention that I'm a total klutz? So, number 9 happens to me all the time, and that's when you break a priceless family heirloom during the move. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Grandma's Christmas tree angel smashed. Your great aunt's gravy bowl Not enough glue in the world. Your great-grandfather's medals of honor? No idea where those went. The only thing that gets battered or bruised more is your ego when you have to hear one of your parents say, "I knew you were gonna break that if I gave it to you." And then last but not least, the whole changing your mailing address thing does not tickle the pickle. That's a stupid phrase. It does not float the boat. In the words of the genie from Aladdin, it is not a pretty picture, and I don't like doing it. And then I have to spend a whole frickin' year trying to remember what my new address is, and I give the wrong address to everybody, and then my phone bill gets sent to my old house, which is the reason why I didn't pay it, I promise. But what I'm trying to say here is I frickin' hate it. I don't like moving, and I'm not doing it. But I did change the background, and those are 10 things that you will deal with anytime you try to move. Which means that is the end of today's video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure you let me know by giving it a big thumbs up and join that conversation in the comments section below, and let me know what other things do you have to deal with whenever you move. Do you like moving? Do you hate moving? Let me know in the comments. If you're new here and you haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I make new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and it is totally free. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today and for hanging out with me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.